Hey everyone, welcome back to a new episode of World Builder Wednesdays. Today we're going to be taking a look at one of our talented community artwork spotlight winners. We're going to be talking about our latest Instagram challenge, and then we also have an interview with the creator of Lego Clash. So starting things off, we wanted to highlight this awesome community artwork spotlight winner, Amir Kurbani. He is the winner of our social media artwork redesign project on Tongal.com. I've talked about that in previous videos, and it's a project that we're going to be running every 3 months. I really love the design that he created here with all of these Lego figures coming together to build the World Builder logo. He's been a fan of Lego since childhood. He's always wanted to contribute his own stories to the LEGO universe, and he was actually one of the 20 architects to make it to the first round of Pitch Fest 2021. You should check out his world, The Other Half, on the World Builder site now. We launched our new Instagram challenge for the month of February a couple of days ago. You can check it out at LEGO World Builder on Instagram. It's called the World Builder, in quotations, challenge, and the hashtag is LEGO Globe Trotter. We're giving out the Ideas Earth Globe set as a prize this month, and we're asking our community members to build, photograph, draw, or write something that represents your home or another place that holds a special spot in your heart. In your caption, tell us why the place is special to you, and of course, you can also submit designs based on LEGO World Builder worlds. We can't wait to see the kind of submissions we get from this one. We had a lot of great participation on our 2x2 challenge, and we just announced the winners of that last week as well. You can go ahead and check out our Instagram post for the full rules of how to enter and get working on your design, because submissions are due on February 28th at 5 p.m. PST. So I'm here with Milo, architect of Lego Clash, which was one of our Pitch Fest Final Four worlds and one of my favorite ones on the platform. Milo, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about Lego Clash?
As I said, Milo. I am a huge fan of Western cartoons and that kind of cheesy, tropey superhero stuff that you get out of like the Spider-Man cartoons and stuff like that. So when I found out about World Builder, one of the first things I thought was to push that even farther by adding in that Lego sense of humor and playfulness to a world that was largely built around classic superhero archetypes.
I really love that background behind Clash because I'm a huge superhero fan, and I think that the world you've created is just so, it's so clever and colorful. And speaking of that world, I know that you've been making a lot of changes to Clash and that you've completely kind of redone the page for it on like a world builder. So do you want to tell us about some of the changes that you've made?
Yeah, actually. So this all kind of comes down to the last Pitch Fest. Clash got very far in the end, and I got a lot of very good feedback from the people over at Tongal and in Lego that kind of led me to reevaluate a few of the story decisions that Clash made. And from there, kind of spiraled for like 2 weeks and ended up completely rewriting the whole thing. It was to the point where it was taking too long to even take down the previous pages on the original page. So I just started a whole new page on the site to work on it. Link in the video description, I'm sure. A lot of the changes come from a change to the format of the series. The original run of it had everything presented kind of as a game show, not game show, but like a competition reality show. That's the word I'm losing. Where everything was being recorded and the heroes and villains weren't really on the sides of good and evil. They were just teams. That has been done away with in favor of actual heroes and villains, although it's still very lighthearted and more of a Dr. Doofenshmirtz than a Dr. Doom. Let's go with that. From there, the kind of plots have changed. I've made a format change so that each story arc is a run of 3 seasons that will conclude the arc of the main characters of that story. And after that, the teams shuffle up and a new story continues with other characters that have been introduced in the prior 3. Aside from that, I mean, there's more stories now. There's 22 season concepts put up, I believe. It's either 22 or 24. I don't remember if I put those last two up. Um, and yeah, like all of the art is different. I've brought in a new artist who's been helping me with the environments. You'll notice the environments look much better than they did when I was doing them. I'm definitely much more of a character designer than an environment one. um, yeah, I think that does it for the major changes, but for the minor stuff, you'll have to see for yourselves on the site because it's way too much to get into in this video.
Yeah, I was taking a look at the updated world because I haven't checked out Clash in quite a few months now. And I was really impressed because it still has your really distinctive art style, but it just seems like it's kind of been dialed up a little bit and polished. And I really like it. I've always liked your art style. That's one of the first things that caught my eye when I spotlight Clash for World Builder Wednesdays. Must have been like almost like a year ago now. I think it was like summer 2021.
Yeah, some
Um,
man, time flies.
Yeah, it really does. But I'm so glad that you're keeping at it and that you keep changing it and making it better. I'm really loving the way that it's looking. And I
Yeah,
know that
it's,
you were also working on building some new custom builds, some new mocks. Do you want to go ahead and show us some of those?
yes, these actually haven't been posted up yet. This is Lightfoot's Turbo Racer. It's not finished. The idea is going to be that there's a motorcycle in here that launches out of the front of it, and it has a cannon, one of the new 1x6 or 2x6 spring-loaded cannons built into the back. Big wheels, so sturdy Technic frame with panels over it, so it's fairly durable. You know, two pieces came off there. And the other one I've got is the big one for what I've developed so far. It is Wrecker's Junkyard. And this build is supposed to be the main headquarters for the villain team, although the heroes also work out of it sometimes in the show. Or on the side, you have a pile of tires that can be knocked over onto any hero that's passing by. You've got jail cells. You've got a landing pad for flying vehicles, a refueling pump for ground vehicles, and an opening and closing garage. The whole thing hinges open in the middle, and you've got the vehicle bay as well as, the weapon workshop, which has a swiveling chair in it. And ideally, this will also come with one good guy vehicle and one bad guy vehicle. But I haven't gotten a chance to build those yet.
I really love that build. I think that it's incredible. It reminds me a lot of like the kind of builds that you would see from the Lego movie. And I don't know why it is. Like I don't know why it reminds me of that. Maybe it's just because I'm remembering like the Lego movie 2 sets, which kind of had like some of them had that kind of like junkyardy theme. But
Yeah.
I think that like that's the kind of build that looks like it could be like a real Lego set. And I really love the way that you built the letters, the junk letters. Lego
Yes, that.
lettering is definitely an art form, and you nailed it there.
So the junk sign here is actually the 35th, I believe, attempt at doing it. I tried a few with stickers. A few of them had a function where they would explode off. One of them had the U be a giant magnet that was on an arm that could come up. But none of them really stuck, and most of them were very structurally unsound. So ended up with this.
That's one thing with my custom builds. Like I don't build a lot of customs. I really need to make time so I can start doing more of that. Um, but my custom builds tend to be very fragile because I'm obviously prioritizing like looks over anything else like most of the time. And so that's why I'm impressed by yours, because yours kind of, I feel like they keep that Lego design language where they look good, they're extremely playable, and then they're also like durable as toys. And again, I feel like the lettering is an excellent example of that because there's many ways that you could just make like really delicate lettering with like one touch and it would fall off. And I'm glad that like you kind of iterated so much to get it to the point where it's durable enough for play.
Yeah, well, one of the reasons I do that is actually because a buddy of mine and I will occasionally go to local conventions where I am and do displays. And his stuff is very fragile. So I bring in my toy type stuff and let kids actually play test the things I'm working on. So I need to keep them durable so that they can not only be transported, but also played with at conventions.
That's really awesome. Yeah, I didn't know that you did that. But that's really
Yeah, I'm
cool.
hoping to do it more, but obviously the past couple years have not been great for conventions.
Yeah. And then I know that you've also kind of started to work with us in a bit of a different capacity. You're going to be doing some work for our social media accounts, mostly Instagram going forward. So, do you want to talk a little bit about the webcomic series that you're going to be launching on our Instagram?
Yes, actually, I'm really excited to start doing that. Essentially, we're going to be doing Sunday morning comic strips that are going to be like one-off gag comics that I'm going to be working with other people on the World Builder platform to showcase different worlds and different characters across the platform in these. I believe currently we're thinking like twice monthly comic strips. This first since we're just testing it out for the first time now, one of the ones I'm doing is going to be Clash, just because I can make an example comic there without having to work with anybody else to, clarify world details. And then the second one I believe we're launching is going to be Space Repair Garage, one of my personal favorite other projects on the platform. Really fun working with the guy that does that one.
I can't wait to see those. I think that that's such a clever idea, and I'm really excited to see what other worlds get the webcomic treatment in the future. And then lastly, besides, Clash and your mock building and your webcomics, what else are you working on right now?
So some of the other things I'm working on are two other world builder worlds. The first one being Andrew and the Unnatural. It is a supernatural workplace comedy where a girl and two monsters are trying to find a place in human society for monsters from all different folklore and urban legends. It's Andrew Mothman and Patricia the Selkie as the main trio there, doing everything from trying to stop real estate development from a monster to fighting against a monster hunter. It's a good, fun world that actually is something that I've been developing for a few years now as a graphic novel series, and have kind of taken to Lego, more of a fun, irreverent state with the Pitch Fest stuff, or with the World Builder stuff, sorry, to make it more Lego-y and more fun. And the other one is Pirates of Anomalies Gate. It is a space pirate thing that is in a similar vein to Nexo Knights, where it's kind of taking the genre conventions and traditional stories that you'd see in pirates media and giving it a sci-fi twist. So one of the things that I've been working with in that one is replacing the Imperial troopers that would, I might be getting the name wrong on that. Like the other faction that was in a lot of the pirate sets, replacing them with the Space Police as their equivalent. And the Space Police have like Davy Jones lockup is their prison. They fight a kraken at one point, and it's like a giant mech that a squid alien is piloting, and it's made of like the cockpit of a space shuttle with a bunch of mechanical arms sticking out of the back of it to like harvest parts from other ships. The sirens are like robots that hijack your GPS signal to make you fly into asteroid belts instead of singing to distract the crew. It's a lot of very fun genre stuff with that.
Yeah, that
I
sounds really
hope
clever.
I hope people end up liking those as much as they have Clash, because I've been having a total blast writing them.
Well, I'm a sucker for anything like sci-fi space related. I love pirates. I've got my own like space pirates world. It's not quite as, interesting as that. You're definitely leaning way more into the pirates theming than I was when I was developing mine, but I will definitely be championing that one. The more space pirates we get, the better. And I feel like think it's shocking that Lego hasn't made a Space Pirates like TV show or like set line already, and I would very much like one because I need like some good pirate spaceships.
Yeah, the only thing I'm having trouble with on that is trying to get the ship to be unique enough. They've done so many Destiny's bounties that are wooden ships with jet engines on them that making a space pirate ship has been a bit of a challenge.
You know what? I might have to talk to you a little bit about that off camera because I developed actually one of like my only custom builds in the last like 3 years was like a space pirate ship from my world. So
Ooh, I'd love to
um
see.
yeah, but it was great chatting with you. I always love catching up with you. I always love hearing what's going on with Clash, and I can't wait to see your other worlds. You will definitely have to let us know when they're up and running.
Oh, they're both up now, actually.
Oh, they are?
Yeah,
Oh,
they're both in the front page of the World Builder site currently, as of the recording of this video.
okay. Well, I will be sure to link those in the description so that everyone can go look at them.
All right, just keep in mind they're going to be updating all the time. Been working on them a lot.
All right. Thanks, Milo, for chatting with us. And I will see everyone in the next episode of World Builder Wednesdays in just a couple of weeks here on Tongal's YouTube channel. Bye for now.